Hello everyone, it's your boy Sav. It's the third week of the $1,000 Scarlet Violet tournament. Day one, me and my opponent False. We both wanted to play immediately, so yeah, we got the games done. And let me tell you real quick, these games were really cool. Like I'm very happy with how it went. False, if you don't know them, very cool person, good player. Originally, I was matched against random, but I think there was a mistake in the previous round. And False was supposed to progress over them, which I was more than happy with because I'm playing False over someone I'm not familiar with. But yeah, before we get into the games, please consider subscribing on my channel. If you like the type of content I upload, you can move it whenever you want to, and you support my little channel's growth. So yeah, let me get into the game. So I'm using this busted ass team, bro. If you guys haven't used these sticks together, try it. You're gonna love it. It's a bunch of super strong hitters stacked together, weakening each other's checks, so late in the game you're able to make big progress. I tend to use Annihilate early game to stack those Rage Fist boosts, or the other plan usually versus more offensive teams is to use the AV Donphan, Great Dasco, how you call it, to get either knockoffs early on, or just get key trades versus like offensive threats. So yeah, in this game they're using a balance, bulky offense type of team. Slow block Corvid Knight Bliss is the defensive core, and then fire spam with a Dragapult. I was expecting physical Dragapult because you have no physical damage on your team if you're not using it, because you have GU and Volk, both special obviously, but it doesn't mean it has to be. Excuse me, does oh my god, I'm a little bit sick again. Jesus Christ. It doesn't mean that it has to be physical. We don't know the sets. What was I saying? My GU right here is not very good, obviously, because there is a Blissey, and there are two other Viruses, Dragapult that outspeeds and GU, which I don't know the set. I really like my Clodsire right here. It's max PDF unaware, and if it's special Dragapult, I deal with that, and I deal with any type of GU, maybe even Specs. Specs would be the most threatening one, with Choice Specs, Dark Pulses, or Overheats. That's about it. And then Volcarona I eat for breakfast. Like, there's nothing this thing can do to me. Even like Psychic doesn't do shit from Life Orb. Okay, maybe Life Orb does. Anyway, if you're on Life Orb, I'm just gonna trade, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I like my team here. Annihilate. I can do a lot of damage because Ghost Resist exists on Blissey, but it's not a fighting resist, so you have to maneuver very well against my thing. GU. Not GU. CHIEN PAO. There. That thing. Choice Band, Adamant, Terra Dark. Yeah, I don't see any good Dark Resist, bro. Like GU from my opponent is gonna drop, Slowbro is gonna drop, Corvid Knight is gonna take a shit ton of damage, and the rest of the stuff like gonna get clapped. So yeah, and yeah, Corvid Knight is not very useful on my team, except if he's physical Dragapult. But even then, if he's Dragon Dance, I don't like it a lot. Like I'm body press, so if it is that, my play is to U-turn into my Donphan or into my CHIEN PAO and then somehow deal with it. I have my Annihilate too, but if he's physical DD with Terra Ghost, then I'm in trouble. But yeah, Jesus Christ, I'm so sick. But yeah, let's get into the game. So I'll drink some water and let's begin. So I'm gonna lead with my boy not Dragapult, that's not my boy. I lead with my Elon Tusk. Knock off immediately. This damage tells me that well, first of all, no matter what the set was on the Dragapult, knockoff was super good there. If I kill this Dragapult, if he's like Will-O-Wisp, if he's like Choice Specs, I leave anything. I'm AV. If he's Choice Band, I don't give a shit. I leave anything. Worst case, I get burned or crit. I still live, and then I get rid of your item, and I get info on your set, and get a lot of value early on in the game. Knockoff super good for me. That's why I led with you over my Annihilate, because I wasn't sure like what your sets were on Dragapult and GU. But we go for the knockoff. Immediately we get information that this is not max Fizz Def, which is gonna matter a lot versus my GU. Fuck me, versus my CHIEN PAO and my Annihilate. So we get that info, and then we switch into Annihilate immediately. Now the reason I'm doing that over switching into something passive like Clodsire or I don't know, I don't have much passive, many passive Pokemons anyway, but the reason I'm doing this, I'm Resto Chesto, and I already stacked once my Rage Fist, which is gonna matter. So max per def obviously. And yeah, that's how I'm using Annihilate in this team. It's a bulky offense, not a nacho to just use it to sweep. I'm using it to absorb hits, make progress early on in the game, and then go, I don't know, go crazy with it. So I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna Rage Fist immediately. Doesn't do enough, but I outspeed you, so this and I can just rest after, so this status doesn't matter very much. Now I'm expecting the coordinate switch. If he's lack offs or whatever, CU is a fine midgame versus both. And here I just drop an overheat. I'm obviously expecting Blissey, but there's no reason to over predict with this thing because I'm choice specs. And it does 50, bro. 50 to a Blissey. Bro, this is a fish versus a Blissey. That is 50. So yeah, this damage is fucking wild. I don't have to predict with this thing. I just click overheat. They all fall except you, but you have to heal, which means I can get my boy in. There he is. There he is. Now, if he's D-Wave on this thing, it would be a little bit annoying, but the more obvious play would be to switch into this guy, and he took 53%. Yeah, this Gen PAO, Gen Fish, Gen Bulu, however you call them, these guys are fucking busted. Obviously, I'm Madam and choice banned, but that was insane damage, bro. That was insane damage. So this thing falls, which falls. Yeah, anyway, see what I did there. This thing falls, so yeah, this helps my physical attackers a lot. And I basically only took a little bit of damage on my CHIEN PAO, that is not gonna matter. Or a little bit of damage on my Annihilate, but I can absorb that. And I stack my Rage Fist, so this is not bad. Now, I'm not sure if Thunder Wave boosts my Rage Fist. And I wasn't able to tell after. If you know, let me know in the comments. I would highly appreciate it because it's gonna help me in the in the other rounds of the tournament too. Spoiler alert. But we go for this. He goes Jagapool. I'm gonna make my Corviknight switch. I had a lot of plays here, but I decided to go Corviknight because over something like Annihilate or something like GU, something like Corviknight on Shoutout, or GU on Shoutout Ball, Corviknight on Fire Blast or whatever. I don't know. I decided to go Corvi over Cloudside and all that, or even Donphan, because it's the most expendable one. And I get info on what type of set he is. If he's DD, I go with the original plan without letting it DD multiple times. So if he's DD, he DDs right here, and then I go for a U-turn into my choice band Ice Shard CHIEN PAO, or into my Great Tusk. Cloudside would also live, but a max pedef, excuse me. So I'm trying to keep that for the fish. And the Volcarona. So yeah, this is a lot better. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp, which means Will-O-Wisp Hex. Will-O-Wisp Dragapult is really nice, and I'm gonna explain that in a different video. Will-O-Wisp and fire types, abuse them. They're busted. Actually, I'm not gonna explain shit. I'm gonna say right now, there's no Hitchan. There's no Hitchan. You can literally run Volcarona with no other moves and just flamethrower, and you're good to go. There's no fucking Hitchan in this tier. So use fire types. No resist for them. But yeah, he goes for this. I know he's going for the Hex, but I'm not going to risk getting double T-Wave, double Will-O-Wisp on something more valuable. So I'm just gonna go this, and now I have all the info I need to just click overheat again and miss. But it's fine. It's fine. I go for the Cloudside switch right here because it's a good mid-count versus double switch into Dragapult, GU, or Volcarona that he could have made on my CHIEN PAO. And then I start spamming Toxic because there is no resist for Toxic. Rocks are super useful. This does absolutely nothing, and I beat you 1v1 because I have EQ. So Toxic and Earthquake without leftovers on your Blissey, I definitely beat you. And I get key damage. Now this damage is not that key, but it gives me opportunity and room for switches into one of my strong hitters. So GU or CHIEN PAO. I have rocks up, so CHIEN PAO doesn't really benefit me. But yeah, right here, for example, I'm gonna switch into my Donphan. And I'm gonna click knockoff because, well, first of all, getting rid of your item here is not bad for us, but it does allow Jagapult. And if you go into this, I'm just gonna spin after. And if you go Jagapult here, you have taken a shit ton of damage everywhere, so I don't mind this at all. So yeah, we let you heal, and then I switch back into my Annihilate to stack this thing even more. So yeah, I still live a sidekick, by the way, and I click rest here. Unfortunately, we get paralyzed. I still live this shit, but now I really have to get the rest, and we get it, thankfully. So I'm full HP. He goes for the T-Wave, not sure why. Gears up on slow, bro, and I have a full HP stacked Annihilate. Nothing to predict. I'm just gonna switch because I'm a little bit afraid of choice specs. Actually, there was no choice specs. It was I was afraid of that because we saw the rocks. I was afraid of some weird Terra. I didn't know what Terra he had. He could have been Terra normal or Terra, I don't know, man. Terra overheat. Like, I didn't know what the set was on this thing. And Corviknight seemed more expendable. Now, kind of regret it because he was a substitute set of all things. But he was Ghost, and I would have clicked Drain Bands. I wouldn't have clicked the other thing. I would have clicked Drain Bands. So I'm glad I made the switch. But yeah, he was Ghost and Substitute. So yeah, there's that. He goes for the Substitute right here, a nasty plot. And then I go for this. I go into my Clodsire. I'm unaware, get a little bit of leftovers, break the Substitute with the Earthquake because you have so damn poor Fist Def. And I easily beat you 1v1 by spamming Earthquake. And recover, obviously. So this kills. But I'm gonna keep my Clodsire healthy without taking the risk of being flinched by Dark Pulse. I'm gonna sack my most expendable Pokemon. Worst case, I would have to sack 2 Pokemons. Because my CHIEN PAO and my Chi-Yu, one outspeeds and the other lives any hit from +2 Chi-Yu. So worst case, I would have sacked 2 Pokemons if he substituted right there. But he didn't. So we just sack the most expendable member of my team, the Corviknight. And then we go CHIEN PAO that outspeeds, no Dark Resist. And we click the attack. This thing falls in 1, which is insane. He tried to burn me, obviously, he didn't get it. And at this point, I'm like, alright, click, and GG. Like, I didn't give a shit. CHIEN PAO is fucking busted, bro. CHIEN PAO was so good. Look at that. I'm burned, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm burned. So yeah, we just play around a little bit with the Blissey, try to PP stall it. We have the Annihilate, all that fun stuff, blah blah blah. Blee blah blee. I go for the Rage Fist right here, obviously, but we get paralyzed. That's fine. At least we didn't get it this turn, and we're good to go. I just sack my Clodsire just in case. I don't know. I want to keep my Annihilate for the Blissey with the 1 soft boil. Don't ask me why. But CHIEN PAO, boop, 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 and GG. So yeah, the game 1, very nice. Again, if you haven't used this team, I'm gonna leave it in the description. Try it, you're gonna love it. Like, they're really nice build. I love this thing. It's the second best team I feel I have made. Let me show you the first one. Of course we're using the first one. Of course we're using the original Espathra team. Day 2, we came up with a bird. Everyone has been spamming it. No shoutouts anywhere. That's fine. We don't care. We don't need a cloud. That's all good. At least I know. We know that we're the creators of the bird. And yeah, we obviously have to use this fucking bird thing. My opponent is using it too, but with a few differences. He's using Roaring Moon, which is a very fine Pokemon to use in HO, and he's using Hatterene too, which is not bad at all versus Team Glue offense and all that stuff, Garchomps and all that fun stuff. Plus he can learn Store Power, plus can learn Healing Wish, very useful stuff. I'm using Glimora because I find it busted as fuck. But yeah, we use very similar teams. He doesn't have Annihilate, he has Volk. But yeah, let's get in the game. I'm gonna leave with Glimora. Glimora is a fine lead versus both Espathra, versus both Cyclizar, Grimmsnarl, and Hatterene because I have the Sludge Wave and I have Earth Power. Now, I'm clicking Earth Power turn 1 to bluff that I don't have a move to hit the Hatterene, otherwise, why wouldn't I just click Sludge Wave immediately? And yeah, I click Earth Power here and you can see it works out perfectly. So we go for this. I still have my Focus Sash working. I don't let the Espathra set up because I don't want to lose. This thing is busted. But it doesn't have very good speed def, so we easily 2KO it. You need screens to make this thing work, not like this. I've killed 2 Pokemons already with my Glimora. I don't sack it because you can still get T-Spikes. That's not gonna matter very much, except maybe Grimmsnarl or Roaring Moon. That's why I kept it at this point. So I will go for this thing. There's no move that you can kill me with, and I get the Shed Shell for free. I could have went. I have a few options right here. One of them is Espathra. The other option is Glimora. Glimora, nice. Glimora, if he made contact with me, he would get the Toxic Spikes up. That's if he has Spirit Break. He could taunt me. He could go for the light screen. He could go for a lot of stuff. But then I allowed, if he gets a light screen, I allowed setup on Volk and Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon was a bigger threat. Volk not as much. But I tried to go something that I felt prevents opposing setup. So I go Espathra immediately, And no matter what he clicks, taunt, all that stuff to prevent me from setting up, I just get a strong Dazzle Gleams immediately. I waste my Terra, but I think it's fine, because I was going to use Fairy for the Roaring Moon anyway, and to leave the Backbuzz from Volcarona, because Backbuzz goes through Substitute. So we go for this stuff. I just spam Dazzle Gleam, doesn't do shit. Here, I decided to switch. I'm -1. His light screen still has a lot of turns. We can just start going for Calm Minds, and he might be able to beat me. I'm not sure. But let's go D-Knight. No reason not to, because it leaves. There's no Reflect anyway, and it leaves anything from Volcarona. So it does allow Roaring Moon to set up. Again, no Reflect. He decides to sack Grimsnarl over Cyclizar. I think Cyclizar was a better play. Get your screens up, and then you might have a chance to win. But he goes this, he kills me with Terra Fairy. Interesting stuff. I just clicked Ice Spinner because I didn't want to allow this thing to set up. And then I go into my boy, Taunt, Reflect obviously first, and then Taunt to prevent more stuff. And then we Parting Shot into my Glimora. So I get a T-Spikes too, which doesn't matter at all, but it's fine. Glimora wasn't useful anymore, it did the job. And more than that, and then we go Spathra and take absolutely from this Roaring Moon, absolutely nothing from this Roaring Moon. And Spathra, you already know what's gonna do. The same thing that I did half of this tournament game through. This thing, how busted this thing is. I killed him twice. I don't know. Okay, it's a sponsor. But yeah, I didn't even care. I didn't even care at this point. I just click buttons. And it's GG. So yeah, Spathra won me the game again. And the other game we won with CHIEN PAO. CHIEN PAO was very nice for us. Very nice. Very cool Pokemon. But yeah, I'm very happy with how it went. Really good games, I feel. I'm glad we were able to beat the Falls and progress into round 4, I feel. We're doing good. I'm happy with the teams I built. But yeah, let me know how you feel about the games in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about the teams, especially if you use them. Please try them. I love them. And I'm gonna post them in the forums too, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, hope you all have a fantastic day. Hope you like the video. Please consider subscribing, and yeah, bye bye everyone, peace.